Spending money in order to access SaaS platforms and have some functionalities that you need for your business working has been the standard since years in the software world, where the SaaS also became very popular. And everybody is using cloud services in order to get some functionality like project management tools, CRMs. We have also these chatbot platforms. I started noticing with appearing vibe coding tools that we can build our own functionality that is customized and specifically addressing the business bottleneck or the problem that we need to solve with our own requirements. We don't need to spend thousands in different tools without really having them solving the specific problems maybe we have in our business, but really build something that is not so complicated to build actually, by giving instructions to the AI to have the functionality working. So I just want to address something first. I have talked about it in a video that I shared last week about the 5 lessons of vibe coding that I have learned myself, that you don't always need to get your application production ready. You can just make an application, invest some money, maybe $20 in a vault, build the application, see the functionality as you are building up the things together. And once the functionality is working as you want it to work, then you just can start using it for your business. And this is actually what I'm doing for myself, and it's bringing me great results already. So I'm addressing my own problems with these tools. Maybe one day I will sell them, maybe not. But right now I'm just winning time already and saving some money because I just can use my own tools. I have been in software world since almost a decade, and I'm noticing now the opportunity it gives us actually to build our own functionality to address these custom small bottleneck in our businesses. We can build open world applications with agents, with AI in the loop, etc. So the thing is, in those platforms, yes, maybe it's not GDPR compliant, it's not exactly where you want your data to spend, but you can just download the code that you have built there and deploy it wherever you want, and also use your own databases for that and make links between them. And there is no limit to vibe coding, really. So once you know exactly what you want and how you need it to work, you definitely have no limit there. You can just vibe code until you get it working. Okay, so this is the AI lead system that I built with just Base 44 alone. And I wanted to share with you everything about it, coming from the beginning, loading the entire conversation just to show you the very first prompt maybe I gave it, which was product requirement document. And it goes through the very details of what I needed. I needed a workflow system like an NA10, but just to build chatbots that will answer the customer questions about my services, on whether it is automation services, chatbots, services, AI applications. It will explain them with the specialty that it was trained on. And actually, how does it work? So I have the different here nodes that I can add. I have the agents, where I have a master agent here, and I have a specialist agent. So the master agent is the first one to enter in contact with the customer. He doesn't see that. So in this canvas, we are just organizing this in a way that we can understand with the backend system of our AI-powered solutions. And here I am having the different data sources I want to feed into one agent or the other. So our master agent is taking some data from our website. We have some text here that we describe the company and what we do. And we have also some PDF that we can upload as well to describe some other processes. And we can add some PDF here that we feed into the master agent. And when we click on its configuration here, you can specify which AI model you want to communicate with based on the Base 44 API, because it will communicate with these models for you. You don't really need an API key, but I here asked it to edit that I have the possibility to add my own API key if I want to use them. And I have the system instructions, so it's already the generic part where we have the qualification agent who will talk to the customer and then hand over the conversation to the right specialized agent based on what the customer needs. So if he needs, for example, if something popped up there, I need some automation in my company, then it will hand over to the automation specialist. And of course, the automation specialist will have its own instructions, and he has also access to his own database. Here I have some Q&A pairs that I defined as a data source. so he can answer the customer accurately. And actually, I added some testing notes here to be sure that we are having the right thing when the customer talks to the agent later. But the customer doesn't see any of these. These are really the parts that are at the back end of the application, I would say, or the business logic that I built this way. And in the chat widget, this is what actually the customer in the end will see. And if we see the preview line here, it's just one window where he communicates with the agent, but he doesn't see anything. And even though he doesn't see that, this AI assistant will be mainly first the master agent who is doing the qualification, the handover. And based on the customer questions or whatever he does, he will then just hand over to the automation specialist, to the chatbot specialist, or the AI app specialist based on the needs. So let's say I'm saying here, okay, do you have any solutions to automate lead qualification process in our company? Let's see what happens here. So there is also the GDPR that I added. So once the customer will talk to the agent first time, he will be getting here just to make sure that we have some privacy policy and we talk about how we use his data, etc. This is important actually in Germany or in Europe where I'm building these things. So I always try to bring those into the agents. So you see what's happening now. It's saying it's routing to automation specialists. And the automation specialist is getting directly this question then. So it's not the qualification master agent that is answering that. He just hand over this through the routing. Thank you for the inquiry about automating the lead qualification process. And actually it will ask questions about the current process, the time investment, how many times it's costs, because we need to make sure that the customer has value here. If he thinks about automating any process, we need to understand better and also ask him open-end questions. And the responses, of course, will be then stored in the chat history in our database of base 44, and we can check into it later. Yeah, it's a very important part, but also the most exciting part because I use also Go High Level as a CRM. I was also able to build like the code, so the HTML code I can add to my website in order to have that chat widget working. But for that, I needed also to deploy actually or publish the applications that I have built here. And of course, add the code or ask it here through Vibe Coding, the conversation that you see to the left side. I was able to come with the code. And if I go to Go High Level, actually, you see I added in my website here some custom HTML nodes. I find it here. So I'm using Go High Level as my main CRM. I also can just get this code here and bring it here. This is what I have done. And then just copy pasted whatever it gave me in that node I was showing you. So in that place here. And copy pasting that came with this. So once I open my website, this is what I get actually. So it's the chat widget that is working. And I can just say hello. And as a customer, I can just start talking with it, right? And straight away. I just said, okay, accept and continue as the GDPR rules. And then I'm saying hello. Here, it should just talk to me as the qualification agent. And he's saying, thanks for reaching out to us. How can I assist you today? Are you looking to explore automations, chatbots, or AI applications for your business? Because actually, this is what the instructions system I gave him was, so to talk only about that. So let's ask him, for example, something that is through the safeguarding, like, can you help me make a pizza, for example? It will not really hand over to any other specialist agent because this is not also a topic it should handle at all. So this is the answer. While I can't help you with making a pizza directly, I can assist you finding ways to streamline your business processes if you are in the food industry. Are you looking for solutions to automate orders, manage inventories, or perhaps something else? This is really exciting because, it's also implemented the guardrails correctly. So it the people cannot really scam it or play with it in a way that it's costing money for nothing, or it's giving some weird answers that might also hurt the privacy, which is good. So the main message I wanted to convey here, that this chatbot is definitely working for lead qualification for me. But the thing is, if you build this kind of applications that are, I call them open world applications actually, you can play with it and have your own open world to build your agents the way that you want for whatever you want. And for data privacy, maybe you shouldn't really just publish here and make it public for everyone to use, etc. If you're using this for your own company, keep the code either here with your user, or just get it out there. So keep the app private without giving access to anyone else, and use its functionality for yourself. And of course, the data privacy for the users should just the users, not people like who will enter in and have a user there and you need to manage the user, etc. It will be anonymous users actually coming to your website and talk to it. They don't necessarily, or maybe you want to collect their data, then it's also important to say where the data is collected, etc. But yeah, it's something like that can also be used just internally without sharing with anyone else. So maybe you have coworkers and you want some SOP, like master agent, specialist agent. Let's say the master agent is the one talking about your different processes. Then there is the HR, there is the finance, and there is something else. And each one of them has access to different data sources. The other one shouldn't see at all. So you have like employees in the background, and then just chat widget, like I showed you now, talking to the master agent and handing over intelligently to one or the other based on your needs. And the API keys here used, as I explained earlier, was just something built inside Base44, but this is not also always the case. You can use Walls, for example, to build such an application. And then the API keys would be the ones that you are using. And also here, you can bypass actually the API keys offered by Base44 as well. I will share with you the master prompts in my community, so please feel free to join and to check also free resources. I will also open the code, the data source, once I have it finished, just for people also to play around and build maybe their own things. So the goal of this video actually today is really to show you how far you can go and give you an idea of what you can build with these vibe coding applications. I don't want to go deep into technical architecture or technical feasibility or technically selling such application, because in this video, I really want you to get started, start trying to build your own functionality with these things, seeing what happens when you talk to the chatbot and you have something created just in front of your eyes. And then you have the functionality really quickly working for you. You don't need too much technical depth knowledge here. Just get the functionality working and get shit done, as we say in the business world. So get things done in the right way, in the way that saves you time and saves you money, instead of using different platforms, going and purchasing the shiny AI stuff that is out there. You can already just build AI yourself. It's just about how you build and design the application to work for you. And so just get it, try to work with it, and get some value out of this vibe coding immediately. Join my community if you want more insights about AI. I'm sharing there my weekly builds with tips and tricks. So thanks for watching and see you next time.